Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. I got some very, I don't want to say interesting news, but I want to say very dangerous news because that's a prediction for the price of a barrel of oil, and that's not good news over here. So let me read you this article and we can talk about it. This article comes from Business Insider from June 29th, 2022. This is the title. Oil is likely to hit $200 a barrel under the disastrous G7 plan to cap Russian price, an SEB analyst says. Oil prices could surge to above $200 a barrel if the G7 decides to try to cap Russian prices. The G7 said Tuesday it's exploring the feasibility of capping Russian oil prices to dry up funding for President Vladimir Putin. But Jan Schildrop of Swedish bank SEB said Russian production could drop, ramping up the pressure on the market. Oil prices are likely to surge to above $200 if the G7 implements plans to cap the price of Russian crude and products, according to an analyst at Swedish bank SEB. Jarn Schildrop said Wednesday that the plans were a receipt for disaster, given the high level of stress in the oil market, where prices have more than doubled to around $120 a barrel this year. The G7, a group of the world's most economically developed democracies, now is it democracies, said Tuesday that it's exploring the feasibility of capping Russian oil prices. It wants to stop the country from profiting from the surge in energy prices driven by its invasion of Ukraine. The group, which includes the US, Germany, the UK, said it may attempt to stop the transportation of all Russian oil not purchased at or below a certain price. How are they going to stop? That's going to be strange. Full details are yet to be worked out, although plans would likely need widespread. The thing is, as I said, Russians and its new club that's forming right now with China and others on the foundation of the BRICS countries, they will make their own organizations. And how are we going to stop a Russian tanker? Then the Russians going to stop an American vessel. And what are you going to do about it? Shoot at one another? Okay, then see what's going to happen. It says here that Schildrop said the plan seems neat on paper, but it sounds like a recipe for disaster right now. He said strong demand and low supplies had handed producers such as Russia immense power in the market this year. And he said Russia could choose not to sell its oil if a price cap come into force. So he said that plans could cause Russian production to fall by as much as 2 million barrels per day, which would ratchet up the pressure on the already stressed oil market. The Arabs, Saudi Arabia, and the United Arab Emirates said that they're at the maximum. They can't go higher than that. President Emmanuel Macron of France told this to Biden. I don't know if Biden memorized that piece of information or bang. I don't know yet. So it says here that G7 countries are today praying that Russia oil export will not go down. Schildrop said in a note on Wednesday, because if they do, then the oil price will spike from the current $117 a barrel to above $200 a barrel. He added, ultimately, if the price cap regime is implemented and buyers try to adhere to it, then naturally Russia will say, pay the price or no oil. Yeah, Russia produced around 10 million barrels per day in May, analysts estimate. Strategists think Russia output is already set to decline thanks to the EU's plan to ban 90% of the Russian oil imports by the end of 2022. But how do you think the Europe will Well, they need that oil. Where are they going to take it? From different markets. So then who's coming in those markets? Russia. So you rotate. If you have the same amount and the same amount of oil that is produced, it's no more than that. And unless you make Venezuela do some flip-flops here, and then yeah, that's a different story. So if you have like this amount, and you just say, I'm not going to take Russian oil and push it this way, but I'm going to take this oil. This oil is going to go here because it's going to be the demand. Unless you impose sanctions, the big guy is going to come and say, I impose sanctions on you. You can't buy Russian oil. And then those guys will say, okay, then we're going to go to the next club so we can have oil. Otherwise, we're going to be destroyed. Our economies, our citizens are going to be, right? I don't know if they're going to have the ball, but never, the balls. It says here that Brent crude, the international benchmark price, stood at around $119 a barrel on Wednesday, up just over 50% from the start of the year. 50%. So it was what, $60 a barrel before, at the beginning of the year. Yeah, so play with that and see where that gets you. And not only there, these guys, as I said from the very beginning, it's a fight between between who's going or about who's going to first say, well, I'm hurt too much, I give in or I give up. This is what's going to be. They say we're going to impose sanctions on Russia, but those sanctions are going to boomerang on our economy and our people and our people's standard of living. So then and then they say, okay, we're going to switch, send to India, and from India we'll sell somewhere else, like it was not delivered by us. There are ways to do it. And there's going to be always a demand, and there's going to be a supply. So then what are we going to do when the price at the pump here, and not only that, the crude oil is going to jump that much, and you're going to need it. The price is going to go up, including the fact that we have a 40-year high inflation due to printing money like crazy, and not only. Productivity is decreasing, economy is shrinking. That's stagflation right there. Not good. So what are you going to do? You impose more sanctions so you get less supply? What do you think is going to happen? The economy is going to keep shrinking. The price is going to get even higher than they are. And then good job. And then you're going to do what? Hope to be reelected? But in a mass democracy, who knows? Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.